Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Smoky Room. I'm trying something a little different with the lighting. You know what I mean? It's all about the ambiance. So, what I am going to be touching on today is something to do with us, us, you, and me, and people like us. Okay? I want to touch on the other people calling us conspiracy theorists. Now, you see, my situation here uh, in my home is quite different than yours, I think. More than likely. Uh, my wife and my son have a real dislike for Donald Trump. That's good. I mean, you learn as a chef. You certainly can't please all the damn people all the damn time. That's you know. So that ain't gonna happen. But anybody that has eyes that can see, ears that can hear, and has the wherewithal to decipher information. I mean, easy information. I'm not like talking about Chinese algebra here. I'm easy stuff. Like, okay, there is the truck convoy in Canada, our northern border. And we've had a few demonstrations here concerning mandates, vaccine mandates. Boy, did the truckers show up in Canada, huh? But the interesting thing is, all over the world, people are in the streets for the same damn reason. Okay? We have an extremely obvious tragedy taking place at our southern border. And we have an administration that's basically, well, what tragedy? Where? I don't see anything. Do you see anything there, Joe? No, I sure as hell don't, Bob. How about you? Yeah, I mean, right? But that's happening all over the world also. And has been happening now for a number of years. You know, it took a little while in Italy, but man, did they get pissed. They are so freaking pissed off. They're like bringing back Mussolini. Not a good idea. Honest to God. You got um, Mussolini's granddaughter. I don't know if she still is, but she was the head of a fascist party. And let me tell you something. The fascist movement is taking off over there. It really is. They have like friggin' had it. It's mostly all Africans now, not Italians. Did you ever have an African pizza? You know what the hell that's like? Jesus. So, anyway, I was thinking about this the other day and I said, man, is this all very, very, very coincidental? I mean, it's gotten to that point now where, I mean, the Canadians were inviting American truckers. I thought that, man, that is fantastic. People are uniting against not the freaking mandates, they're uniting against the world order. And they know it. Okay, they know it. Everybody's pissed about the mandates for something That doesn't work. It doesn't frickin' work. Really. If it worked, you wouldn't have people getting sick that have had 3 or 4 different shots. When do you stop? After how many shots do you stop? 19? Well, he got the 19th vaccination there, Bob. What do you think we ought to do, Roy? Well, Bob, let me tell you, I mean, he got 19 of them. Well, I think I'd stop right about there because he's starting to turn blue. And anyway, but Canada, God bless you. God bless you. You people hit a grand slam already. You know, whether you win this thing or not, but you have shown the world you got couillons, okay? And that's what this takes. That's what this takes. Okay? The enemy we are up against. You can't talk to them. They're like roaches, okay? Did you ever try a reason with a roach? You know, look, I really don't want you hanging around my kitchen. Can't you take your family and, like, move someplace else? They're not going to do that. I mean, these globalists have been wanting this thing for a very, very, very long time. Very long time, okay? And they feel like we're almost there. Why? I mean, look, we all know, and had seen when Biden, if you want to call it campaigning, but when Biden went out a few times and whenever the hell he spoke, it was freaking hysterical. It was some of the best damn comedy. And they used to rub the hair on my legs and watch it stand out. And boy, I love little kids jumping up and down on my lap. I mean, it was really entertaining. It was good. It was good stuff. But we knew, like, oh my God, is this for real? He's really gonna run for president? Really? Come on. And he wins. And we were told by our trustworthy media that is falling apart, okay, that he got the most votes of any presidential candidate in American history. Remember that. There's no problem at our southern border. The withdrawal from Afghanistan exceeded expectations of how well it went. And there are people that I know that are very close to me, as a matter of fact. Sometimes like a room away, you know, I mean, very close. That, yeah, 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 it went really well. But wait a minute, we left all our equipment there. I mean, these camel humpers are driving around in our jeeps and tanks and stuff. They're still, we left. Okay, yeah, it went well. And that's what I deal with pretty much. So that's why I am pretty much insane at this point. And I use this kind of as an outlet. But getting back to where I started from, it was great to see how I think this truck convoy really is bringing this thing to the forefront. I think American truckers are going to get inspired. Okay, now there's one guy out there. Uh, um, oh, for God's sake! Anyway, Mr. Hodges, David Hodges, Mr. David Hodges. I love his show. I'd say I agree with about 98% of everything this guy believes in, except I wouldn't do it at the Super Bowl. He thinks it would be better to have the convoy gather at the Super Bowl in L.A. Than in D.C. I completely disagree with that because one of the things I don't think we want to do, okay, is get the populace pissed off at the truckers. And that's what would happen because now you're going to leave them in the stadium. They have nowhere to go. You may have people, people there that kind of have medications, that are sick. You never know. Let's not mess with that. Let's go after the enemy. Robert E. Lee in Longstreet, second day of Gettysburg. Longstreet is trying to convince Robert E. Lee this army was not put together to fight offensively. And he told Longstreet, the enemy is there. We are going to get him. In those, I don't know if those were the exact words or not, but the enemy is there, and I think that's, whatever. And that's what he did, and well, we know how that ended. So yeah. I say go right to D.C. That's where the enemy is. Okay? That's where the enemy is. Physically, the physical component of this, what I mean is, if there should be any physical violence, which I don't know, man. If you're a police officer and you're looking at a few thousand 18-wheelers, what are you going to do? What are your options? What are your options other than using tanks, mortars, artillery, machine guns? I mean, what are you going to give them tickets? Come on, man. Move your truck out of here. Come on, man. And you surround them. You surround them. And if it could only be worked out in a way where all those friggin' whores are on Capitol Hill inside that at the same time. The thing is, though, we'd have to figure out a way to block up the tunnels, right? But we surround them and we get that message across. You work for us. Take any mandates you're thinking about and ram them. Sideways, as a matter of fact. We are tired of being lied to, being abused financially. You guys are such friggin' idiots that you're still paying for contracts of these guys that were putting up the wall. You're still paying them. And there's no wall going up. And we're like, oh yeah, you got to be okay with that. We're not okay with that. We're not okay with the gas prices. We're not okay with the inflation at the grocery store. Buy a pack of hot dogs, some buns, a soda, and a bag of potato chips. It's like $32. And they talk a great game, these guys. Oh, you got the Republican senators speaking after a Democrat senator. He says, well, thank you to my very close friend on the other side. Are you kidding me? You show your true colors that way. They are the frickin' enemy. They have nothing to do with the Constitution or maintaining its laws and traditions. Nothing. When they opened up the Democratic Convention, anybody remember that? In 16, not one flag was on that stage. My ass, they're your friend. They're your enemy. They need to be treated as such. Donald Trump gave a great example when he didn't shake Pelosi's hand. What is he going to shake her hand for? For what? Oh, a sign of friendship? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I got your back. I got your back too. Yeah, sure you do, with a knife. You got my back. So, I think I got my point across. This is happening worldwide. Worldwide. Worldwide, ladies and gentlemen. The same shit. The same shit. It's not like it's different in Canada, or it's different in New Zealand, or it's different in Australia. It's all the same shit they're complaining about. Why? What could be up? Gee, I wonder. And everybody around the world is supposed to get the same shot. Huh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and this is going to stamp out COVID. A year later. Oh, God, that didn't work. What do we do now? Well, let's say they got to get another shot, okay? All right. You got to get another shot, and people do it. Well, you know, you got to wear your mask now whenever you take a dump. And people do it. Driving the car with the windows up and you're all alone. But I got my mask on. Look at me. Ah. Enough said, I think. Enough said. Did I make my point that I think I'm right? I think I had been right from the very start. The very moment I heard and seen people walking with masks. Bing! They're going to use this to steal the vote. How the hell did I think of that? How did I come up with that? A year before it happened. Amazingly, I tell my wife, they're going to steal, watch, no, they're not. And here come the paper ballots. I must have got 2,000 friggin' paper ballots in my mailbox. Every day it was a new ballot, for God's sakes. For like 2 weeks. I exaggerated, you know that. But I got a shitload of paper ballots. You know? Definitely more than 3. I wonder if they sent one to Chico. My little chihuahua that passed away. Oh, man, I miss him. Chico was nice. He liked me. I liked Chico, too. We got along real well, me and Chico. We had some great conversations. He was my pal. Man, when I was working as a chef and I came home from work, like, he was at the top of the steps. I mean, oh, this is the guy that smells like food, And he come running like, wait, It was funny. It was really funny as hell. My wife would even say, like, he knew, he just, like, instinctively knew. She said, yeah, you watch him get up, like, a few minutes before you're coming home, and he'd walk over to the door, and he's looking, and his tail is wagging. Uh-oh, here he comes, Yeah. Dogs are great people, aren't they? They really are. They really are. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found this, I don't know, somewhat entertaining or inspiring or boring as hell. And like, yo, Joe, you really need to get your crap together, man. So, I don't care either way. To be honest with you, I do these whether anybody watches or not. It's therapeutic to me because I have nobody around here to share my opinions with. You know, my neighbor hates me now because I once I put that Trump flag outside, and what was it? Maybe 4 or 5 days later, my wife took it took it down. Like, oh God! I said, all right, I'll leave that one alone because it wouldn't have went well. Yeah, so anyway, but yeah, the people next door, they obviously we don't think alike, and that's perfectly fine. Alrighty, so anywho, listen, hang in there. Keep it together mentally. These are stressful times. Don't turn to alcohol. Okay, really, don't do that. Don't turn to alcohol. Don't use any drugs. Um, I mean, well, anyway, I'm not going to go there. But already, have a good one.